I think the definition of a leader is a person who has followers, and I think that is something that is given to you as a gift. You can't demand that by position, particularly in an industry like this. I love the agency business, and I am privileged to lead this really cool organization through all kinds of crazy challenges and wonderful times. Because I'm the mother of 3 sons and been married a long time. I'm committed to my family. Most of my family still lives in the Cincinnati area, and I'm committed to my community. When I first was coming in a leadership role in the agency, I had an interview and someone said, well, how big do you want to be? And usually in an agency, you count size by head count. And I said, I don't have an answer to that because that's not a relevant question to me. I want to have an agency where we do meaningful work and enrich each other's lives. And of course, we're financially successful to provide stability. But for me, it's not around size, it's around quality, both of the work and of the experiences and the quality of life. I've always been in business, and I was in business where there was never a woman that was a vice president or in a senior role. Everyone sort of topped out after about 3 or 4 years and left the industry. So I felt like it was much more difficult to be successful in those years and in those environments. I do think that I have a responsibility to the people that come behind me to sort of show the way. And the things that were hard for me, whether it's child care or just understanding people's need to have flexibility in a schedule, I try to think about that intuitively. I'll give you one example. I just realized that a couple of my leaders were asked to be in a meeting out of town on October 31 and November 1st. And I know they both have young children. And I called and I'm keeping the name out of this, but I called her and I said, did I just hear that you're supposed to be at a meeting on 10/31? And she said, yes. And I said, we're not going to let that happen. And she was really shocked that I was even tuned into that. Sorry, I'm getting kind of emotional because she has little kids. She's a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. Those are special years, and that is something I remember. And maybe a dad wouldn't know that, like a mom would know that, but I knew that. And she said, well, what am I going to do? I said, you're going to go into the client first thing this morning and say, listen, I can't be here on October 31st because that's Halloween, and I need to be with my daughters. I can be here the next morning by 10 a.m., but I can't be there on Monday. And I think that meant a lot to her, and I think it meant a lot to me, but I didn't do it for me. I knew that it was important. Because this is an industry of people that came into this business because they have love for the creative aspect of the business and the chance to use their minds and have the variety. And every day they make the choice whether they're going to continue to follow you and stay in your agency or go somewhere else. And I'm very mindful of that. And I hope every day they continue to come back and pick us and pick me.